So is the digital communication replacing the traditional newsrooms, the printed newsrooms?
I would not say replacing, but it's changing based on the audience. So for younger audiences, digital is how they want to get news. My children, for instance, are in college, and they get most of their news online on their mobile devices. I can't remember the last time I saw them holding a newspaper or a magazine in their hand.
So what are the advantages of digital communication?
The big advantage is immediacy. You get the news information right now in your hand. Most people have a smartphone that they take with them everywhere they go. So you can be at the grocery, standing in line and scroll through to see what's happening on Twitter, on Facebook, on your different platforms. So I think that's the biggest factor, the immediacy, and then people have the device with them all the time.
What do you think about the future of media?
It's, in the United States at least, print media is changing dramatically. The business model is blowing up. Advertisers are fleeing print publications and looking for new ways to reach their customers and their consumers. In terms of storytelling, I think it's the most exciting time to be alive, to be a storyteller and to be a journalist, because you have all of the tools available to tell stories. You have words, you have pictures, you have video, you have audio, and you have all of that working together in a way that 10 or 20 years ago we did not have.
Can you tell us the difference between your digital communication in US and in Europe? The differences and the evolution of the digital communication?
I can't speak for all of Europe. I've traveled in a lot of Western European countries.
Maybe the Western Europe will be better.
I think it's similar in some ways, maybe even more advanced in some Western European countries. They have, some countries, especially in Scandinavia, have higher levels of internet access than we do in the United States. So it makes it easier to reach people. People are more connected in some European countries than in the United States. I think innovation is part of what's happening in the United States right now, with different ways of telling stories, particularly with video and with connecting with the audience on social media. I think that is maybe more accelerated.
And about social media, today's video, your speech today will be about tools that every journalist should use. Which are those tools?
Well, there are lots of tools that journalists use in social media. The ones that I want to talk more about today are the ones that use geography and use location, so that there is so much in social media. It's like a fire hose just covering people with information, but there are tools that help you narrow, like ground signal, for instance, so that you can look for social media public posts by location, near a specific address, near a location, near the White House, near the Eiffel Tower, near the town center in Chisinau. You can set up searches and pull information by location. And that's really more important for media now, to find sources, audience, close to where they are.
So, in connection, our event, Rocky Digital Regional event, which are the expectations and what should people wait from this event?
I think people will do two things here. One is change their mindset, the way they think about telling stories, and think about new tools that they may not have known about before that make it easier. And it doesn't matter if you're a big newsroom or a small newsroom. A lot of the tools that I'll be talking about today are free, so there's no problem using them. So that's the big thing, is new tools for any size news operation. And then the other thing is that you can connect with an audience in ways that are easier now than with print. With print, we used to toss newspapers at people's doorsteps, or they would buy them at the market, and we did not know as much what they thought. But with digital news, we know immediately if people are clicking on a story, if they're reading it, how long they're on the site, or with the video, how many people are viewing it and how long they watch it for. So we have a lot more ways to connect with an audience and see what's working and what isn't working.
In your experience, what people usually expect from news? do they want the sensational? Do they want the accidents, or I don't know?
It depends on the people and depends on the audience. In the United States, at least, we have a lot of our local TV news is focused on accidents and weather. We are obsessed about the weather. You come to Europe and the weather is not a big deal. In America, local TV will spend 5 or 8 minutes talking about the weather. It's crazy. Print and digital communication tends to be more deep information. You don't have the limit on space that you have in print or on a TV broadcast where you maybe have 30 minutes to do all of the news. So with digital, you have no limitations and can give people broader and deeper information.
Thank you for your interview. I hope you enjoy your staying here.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.